Gosh. What up, what up, what up, everybody? It's Blackwing 2040. I'm here for another live read, and this is the live read that won the poll on Twitter. You guys voted for it, and if you guys didn't, then c'est la vie. So today's live read is gonna be. Oh, hold up. Let me turn down the brightness. There we go. Today's live read is gonna be Identity Crisis, and this is one of DC's most darkest stories ever. It's just it's it's like, don't expect too much action from this story. It's not like your legit action-packed superhero story. There is some sort of action, but it's more mystery. And most of mystery books in DC come from, Batman, because Batman and Detective Comics. So this is a story with a lot of stakes, a lot, stakes are high in this, and it's more like a who done it, who done it kind of story. And this is a really great who done it kind of story. So of course the story is written by Brad Meltzer and the art is done by Rags Morales. And let's get this story on the road, shall we, guys? And see who's in the chat. Batman 101, thanks for being here. I love this story so much. Man, this, you don't even know the half of it, but forgive me if I don't sound too up to it. My, voice, I've been, I was a little bit under the weather these past last week, so I'm just starting to, recover from myself, but I'll be all right. As you can see, but I'll be okay. And this story, by the way, it's uh, this story is 7 parts long. So hopefully, I want to try to get this. Who knows how far we'll get through by 8 o'clock, because that's the Supergirl season finale, and I don't want to miss that. But we'll see how far we can get. If we end up making 4 parts, then great. That'll save us the trouble of doing it, making it longer for part 2. But anyway, let's begin. And of course, I'm reading from my phone. I wish my tablet was still working right. I think I might skip the whole reading of the, I might skip the frames where where it speaks with the characters speaking in first person. I may skip all of that, so I'll just jump straight to the, the speech bubbles, just to make it quicker. Any idea what's in it? Nope. Aren't you curious? Of course I'm curious. White boys only come down here for drugs or trouble. Who wouldn't be curious? I'll put link to. Thanks, Batman. Who wouldn't be curious? So, any guesses? Guns? Not unless they're feeding an army. Cops could still be weaponry. Had an Amazo on the black market. And the characters are having this conversation are none other than, sorry, the Elongated Man and Firehawk. Firehawk is another super heroine that's kind of related to Firestorm. She's kind of like that. She's kind of like a Firebird kind of character. I had to turn up the brightness a little bit. Let me know if this is good for you guys. I know you can't really see the images of the characters because it's on my phone, but you know what? Just All right. What if it is Amazo? It's not Amazo. What if it is? We call for help. You don't think we could take him? Ralph, you okay? Ralph, what's wrong? I thought this was fun for you. Fun? You're thinking of Plastic Man. For me though, sure. Mysteries are fun. Mysteries I can laugh at. Villains though, I don't like villains. What makes what makes you think there's a villain involved? Kind of blurry, can't really see the character. Okay. Hold up. This may look a little weird. I'm just gonna have to. Alright, how about now? Much better? What makes you think there's a villain involved? The nose. When I met Green Arrow, he told me your nose doesn't really twitch when there's a mystery. You just made that up to get more press. Green Arrow has a bald spot. That's why he wears hats. Oh, Ralph, you funny son of a gun. So now here we are in Smallville with Ma and Pa Kent and Clark. Oh, I love this one. What's he What's he like? Was he nice? Green Lantern's always nice. Is he still handsome? He was also handsome. Martha, he was handsome. By the way, Ma, I picked this up at the planet. I told you you didn't have to send a check. That wasn't addressed to you. I didn't open it. But you looked inside. Clark, we're perfectly capable of paying for our own subscription. It's okay, Ma. I can put you on the comp list. I'm gonna send it in again. You can't stop me. Actually, I bet Batman never does this to his parents. Ooh, burned. Hey, Layla, welcome. Sheesh, whoever thought Martha Kent had a smart mouth? Gosh. And so soon Clark gets a message from his JLA communicator. You send in your check, Ma. Oh no. I have to go. Pa, do me a favor and lock the doors. And here we are in Gotham City with Nightwing and Starfire. Dick is looking over his parents' graves. You shouldn't be here. I thought you could use the company. How'd you find me? We dated for all those years, Dick. I still remember how you celebrate your parents' anniversary. Thank you for coming, Corey. Really. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I am so sorry. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. Dick, it's Barbara. Turn your signal on. We got some bad news. Oh, God. Later on in Star City, we're with Green Arrow and his son, Connor Hawk. Come on, kid. That's all you got left? You couldn't knock down the Scarecrow with that punch. Funny, considering I put you on your rear 10 minutes ago. That was a lucky punch. Actually, it was two. What are you talking about? You didn't tag me twice. Sure he did, old man. Rat-a-tat, one right after the other. And here comes Ted Grant, Wildcat, walking in. What's up, Jalen? Oh, that's right. You couldn't see it. You were too busy falling on your keister. You should be proud, Ollie. Your boy's lightning. Yeah, he is. We should get going, Connor. You coming, Ted? Sue's throwing her annual surprise party for Ralph. Elongated Man? It's tradition. She sets up a mystery that he thinks is real. Years ago, she had Barry dress up to surprise him. This year she got me jumping out of the cake at the end. What's wrong? Another sentient galaxy attacking? Dad, I think the party just got cancelled. 17 minutes till now. So how did you meet your wife? Can I say one thing, and not to be sexist, but when you're on a stakeout with Batman, he never acts that. Black Canary acts that. So did Zatanna. Power Girl didn't. God bless her. But that's so. How did you meet her? How'd I meet her? She noticed me across the crowded room. I'm serious, Ralph. Didn't you crash her debutante ball or something? Then fall in love at first sight or something vomity thing like that? We met when we were both basically kids. And it wasn't just that. She noticed me. It was that she didn't notice him. Who's him? Who do you think? She's basically referring to the first time that they met was when because Barry and Ralph were very good friends. How dare you plug DC related stuff to DC? Oh, how you doing here, Kara? But what was I gonna say? Yeah, so basically, Ralph and Sue met at a party back when Barry was still alive. They told you get mushy about her. If you knew Sue, you understand. She's met everyone: Batman, Flash, Arthur, Hal. She's seen Hawkman with the hairy chest thing going. Come on, she looked directly into Superman's melt your heart baby blues, and she still chose me. So, Wonder Woman? Diana's beautiful, but to me, she's second best. I love Sue. Don't you understand, Lorraine? It's just that she believes in me. She's my lady. God, you're gonna make me cry. I'm just telling you how I feel. So all the other stuff is true too? She really does the mystery on your birthday thing? Why do you think she rushed me out the door on patrol tonight? I haven't gone on patrol since I was in the league. Wait, today's your birthday? No, it's not for months. Sue thinks by doing it early she'll catch me off guard. She did the same thing years ago when she had Flash dress up as an old man to surprise me. She's going to do the same thing this year with Green Arrow. I don't get it. You already know the surprise. The league didn't let me in just because I could stretch my ear down a chimney. The detective skills always came first. So every year she tries to surprise you, and every year I completely act different. I told you, she's my lady. If she's gonna go to all that trouble to make me happy, you think I'm gonna telling her I knew? I still can't believe it. The Daily Planet ran a whole section on those mysteries, and now, all these years, you knew. Sorry to disappoint, but right now, the only real mystery is what's sitting in that box. Later, guys, I'm going to supper. All right, Layla, thanks for stopping by. At the moment, breaking from writing and drawing. And here we are in the Benny Anderson and Trey Williams. Okay, you sure he's coming? He said he'd be here. That doesn't mean he's coming. Tooley said he's a pro. Screw Tooley and screw pros. I still think we should keep it for ourselves. Besides, Tooley's just trying to sleep with your sis. Don't say that, man. It's true. Don't say it. Yeah, whatever. But tell me, you don't. I don't care who this guy is. Pros who got the money to buy don't leave you waiting in hours. 2 hours for that matter. Just tell me who they are. You know how it works, Larry. The account in Antigua was clicked by the DEO last week. Try the account in Latvia. Pin code Blue Devil. One word. Clever. Okay, the white kid is Benny Addison. The black one is Trevon Trey Williams. Both are twigs, but time in juvie, but not much more. Though young Benjamin got picked up last week for stealing shopping carts. Real genius, huh? So, of course, there are a fair share of villains in this story that I don't really know about, but I do know this is this person here. This is the calculator. That I know for sure. You really gonna charge me per question? Only if you want an answer. How much? Same as always, 1,000 per. Come on, those are Luther's rates. Can't you do any better for a friend? It's not a fraternity, Larry. It's a business. Fine, take it from the account. Then let it then let me say there's an 18% chance they got guns, but only because Benjamin's brother was an old penguin goon. What about capes? You're about to barely you're down to barely $800 in the Lappy account. Now, when they start charging you fees for each check you write, Noah, fine, 800 it is. Based on the calls to the news stations, neighbors report seeing elongated men either Firehawk or Flamebird. Which is it? Not sure. What do you mean? Not sure. I'm not risking my rear end until I know if I'm gonna go against some norm with a cape or the chick who can toss an inferno in my lungs. That's your choice, not mine. Wait. Don't you have police scanners or some super satellite in the sky? Please be real, Larry. Besides, neighbors are far more reliable, especially since the news shows started paying more for hot tips than the cops. I thought you were a teleporter. Why don't you just do a zap and grab? I can't port something that big. That's why I brought the car. Damn! I don't know, Bolts. Some of these heroes aren't as tough as you think. Alright. Aren't you worried, though? I mean, I know your ID has been out for years, but, well, even if you can't stretch yourself through a hail of bullets, Sue's a target. You can say it. Anyone who puts on a costume paints a bullseye on his family's chest. And that doesn't terrify you? Why do you think I had her live in the Justice League embassy all those years? But now, have you seen the security in our apartment? Thanagarian, Martian, and Kryptonian technology. Not to mention all the extra upgrades Steel stole from a mother box. So yeah, I think about it every day. Maybe she should get you a nuclear bunker for your birthday. Actually, I'm guessing she went with something a little more obvious. Don't tell me. Antique magnifying glass, circa 1860, sterling silver, parasol handle. Very nice. We passed one in an antique shop in Belgium. I stopped to look. Sue followed my eye. She tried to stay in front, but I could see her reflection. She was working hard to memorize the name of the shop. See, that's why I won't date detectives. A friend of mine once dated the question. Nightmare. Anticipated. Everything included the breakup. Plus, all those quotes gave her a headache. Like I said, butter pecan. All right, so here we're in the household of elongated man and Sue Dibny. She has, Ralph's present in hand. Yeah, just got here, Alfred. Thank you for helping me track it down. I never would have remembered the name of the shop. 5 minutes till now. And all right, this is where it gets scary, people. So here we are. Sue Dibny hears a noise in her household. Do you ever wish you could take it back, you know, put the mask on and get back your privacy? Why? I'm telling you, we should keep it for ourselves. Just us, man. Imagine. What are you doing? Let's just take a look, just to see. Time to make a choice, Bolt. Your sellers are moving. So you never had any close calls? No villains hiding behind your shower curtain? Just once, but that was a long time ago. Benny, don't! Benny! Here we go. You better have our money. Who said anything about money? And the two goons start attacking, and Firebird and Elongated Man jump and spring into action. Ralph, please, are you there? Sue? And Sue suddenly just faints. And this is where the mystery begins, guys. Is she okay? Fly me home. I can't just shut the flames in my hand. I'll burn you. Fly me home now. Goodbye, Sue. And Sue's body is just burned. We don't know who the assailant is, but her body is just burned. She faints, and then someone just roasts her body with a flamethrower. Come on, Terry, let's go. I'm serious. Come on. What's wrong with you? Friggin' psychos. What are you looking at? Call an ambulance, please! Help, I need an ambulance. Don't worry. You're gonna be fine. Sue? Sue! And Ralph walks in, and he's so devastated to see what just happened, and cries with his wife dead in his arms. And you know what this crazy thing was? She was pregnant. But the story, and this is only part one. We didn't get deeper into the story yet. This is just part one, and we're not done yet. We're not done. Anyone shoot at you tonight? Oh, this is where here we're now in the household of Tim Drake and his father. Anyone shoot at you tonight? Dad, please don't worry about it. And we're just getting word. Police in Opal City are reporting that Sue Dibny, wife of the Elongated Man, has been found dead in her apartment. Again, and we are still getting details. Sue Dibny has been found dead. Sue and Ralph Dibny were married for almost 20 years. They had no children. They were about to, but... And now we're in Washington, D.C. with Black Lightning and Katana. They're out of costume. You don't miss it? What's to miss? Outsmarting Ocean Master? Getting slapped around by the KGBs? He wasn't really named KGBs, was he? Swear to God, I don't care what everyone else is buying. I got 50,000 shares of Stag Industries, and right now it's doing even worse than the Ferris crap you sold me last year. So you're done wearing the mask? Don't be fooled. These days, the costume I'm wearing right now is far more threatening than the one with lightning bolts down the shoulders. Besides, with my daughter, I don't care if all the airline stocks are in the toilet. It's still my money. You're losing. Sir, we usually ask that cell phones. Get back in the kitchen, Paco. Hello? You there? What'd you do? Nothing. See, I knew you missed it. You can't leave it behind, Jeff. Now we're in Ivytown with Ray Palmer, the Atom, and his ex-wife, Jean Loring. You didn't have to wait. Jean, it's fine, Ray. I'm just busting your chops. That's what divorced wives do. Now, can you sign the papers? I'd like to get them filed tomorrow. You know, you don't have to do this. I'm aware. Now sign before my lawyer mode kicks in and I decide to take double. So how's your architect friend? Nathan, is it? We broke up. Ray, where the hell are you? It's it's Sue. She's dead. Dead? What are you talking about? That was Ollie. Sue's dead? I have to go. Fine, take me with you. Jean. I've known her just as long as you, Ray. Now come on. Ralph needs us. And now Green Arrow walks up onto the crime scene looking to see if he could find anything. Barbara, did you hear from Doc Magnus? We're right on schedule, Ollie. He'll be here. What did Bruce find? Nothing. From the sound of it, all the alarms were still on. Not even a carpet fiber out of place. Everything matched what Ralph said when he took his look. Yeah, but Ralph, I know, he was a mess. He could have missed dozens of details, but according to Bruce, he was as sharp as ever. Don't forget, it's still his wife. Trust me, I know what death does to you. Okay, boys, time to do it right. So Green Arrow brings in Mr. Miracle, Gold and Lead from the Metal Men, and Ray from the Freedom Fighters, and Animal Man to have him scope the scene to see what else they could find. But they don't find nothing. And now we're at the funeral on 3. 1, 2, 3. Here we're in a church where, pretty much, I wouldn't say almost every hero, but majority of heroes. You have members of the Justice League, the Justice Society, and of course members of the Teen Titans and the Titans that are there. Just, commemorate, Sue's passing. Goodbye, sister. Ralph, you don't have to. No, I do. So Ralph walks up to the podium to try to say a few words, but he can't. He's a mess right now. He just can't. Come on, Ralph. You can do it, pal. Be strong. I can't. I'm sorry. They're gone. Where did Ralph say to meet him? There's a private chapel in the back. We should hurry, though. You sure it was? Please, Dinah. Who else would want to kill her? It's Sue Dibny, for Christ's sakes. Ralph doesn't know the rest, does he? No, but he was there for the end. He saw what happened. Are they gone? Ralph, before you... Come on, Z. We all know who did this. We never put it in the League archives, but we were all there. Do you understand? He wrecked my life. Wrecked it. Without a care. You more than anyone, Z. I was there when your mom died. You know what it's like. You know what he did. He asked for this. Not us. Help me find Dr. Light. And that's just the end of part one. That's just part one. That's the end of part one, guys. And everything, it's going to get nuts later on down the line. Why don't the Legion of Superheroes from the 31st century come to war? Okay, here's the thing. The Legion is so underrated that DC barely uses them in anything anymore. So I think it doesn't make sense to use them because mainly DC wanted to, do something, bring the stakes up higher. And they've gone into the past to warn people of stuff before. Yes, they have. But I would think if something like this, if the Legion tried to interfere, it would mess up the timeline. And we all, knowing time travel, you screw one thing, you do one little thing, it screws up everything. Hey, just popped up to say hi. It's 11 p.m. here. Sorry, I can't. That's okay, Dawnbreaker. That's okay. I meant to do this earlier in the day, but, things change. All right, let's begin part two. Ray, I'm talking to you. Ray, are you even listening? Just tell me what you're looking for. Ray, don't shut down on me. Here we go. What are you? It's not for me. It's for you. Pardon? It's already loaded. Just point and shoot. Wait, you came all this way to give me a gun? No, I came all this way to make sure you're okay. Whatever you're up to, Ray, please be careful. How's Jean? Safe. We ready? Dinah, maybe I should what? Stay back here where it's safe? Please tell me you're about to say that. No, I'm just imagining you in a wheelchair of some sorts, rolling around yelling. If I ever work at DC in the future, I'm giving a reason for this. Exactly. Don't forget, Ollie, you're the one who died, not me. Ralph, are you sure? I'm fine. Let's just go. Stop right there. Carter, you okay? I see you, Wally. So Wally was listening in the whole time. I know what you're doing. Kyle, I see you too. And Kyle was there too. How? Sorry, guys. How'd you do that? I bluffed. How dare you spy on us like that? Us? You lied to everyone. What? You didn't think we'd notice that everyone was assigned to a villain except the 5 of you? That wasn't. I've been listening the moment you left. Whatever you did all those years ago, Wally, this isn't about you. Guys, we're on your side. Just tell us why you think it's Dr. Light. I swear to you, it's just a lead, Kyle. Nothing more. Oh, really? Then why don't we ask Carter? Or better yet, Bruce? I can have him here in a second, literally. Think I'm bluffing, Ollie? Try me. Please. Okay, Ralph. Why don't you tell them? Ollie, this isn't... No, the boys are all grown up. This one, they need to hear. Let's do it on the way, though. I don't want to lose any more time. All right, so this is where they explain the story of what the situation that happened years ago with the League. And you guys really need to listen into this, because it's a doozy. It was back when we were on the satellite. I forgot who we were fighting. Hector Hammond. Right, Hector Hammond. Ralph, you sure you're okay? Yeah, no. Thanks, Z. We were all planet-side, which was exactly what he was counting on. To this day, we're still not sure what he actually had planned. Some say sabotage. It was sabotage. It wasn't sabotage, Carter. The guy's a scumbag. Others say it was to lie, to wait for us. There's no logical There's no logic in illogical behavior. Personally, I thought he just wanted his old light gun back from the trophy room. But wherever it was, when he finally got aboard, he found something more valuable. Is this the part where they do the bad thing? No, this is the part where they're explaining the flashback. Basically, the flashback is Dr. Light snuck into the watchtower and Sue Dibny was there. Sue, isn't it? Nice to see you, Sue. Sue. Susie Q. People always say it was simpler back then, and for Light it was. He couldn't beat us, so we decided to beat her. See this red button? I already called them. They'll be here in a minute. And so he blinds her with a blink of light. I can't see. Oh God. Get off me. Get your hands off me. I'll kill you. I swear. Years later, I found out she was up there simply because she was bored. From the satellite, she could at least get a great view of the stars. What do you... Please, no. No! That's all she wanted. A quiet night, looking at the stars. Naturally, Barry got back first. So basically, Dr. Light did something very horrible to Sue Dibny that I'd rather not say. But you guys, if you guys can think of horrible things that a supervillain can do to an innocent woman that's unarmed, think about that. But anyway, Barry was the first one to arrive, which is not surprising. Oh God, it's your weakness, isn't it? I finally got it. The rest of us were there in seconds, but by the point, he was pure adrenaline. All that power. It was like trying to tackle an elephant. I'll find her again, you know? Then I'll find all of yours. Not that it stopped us. So basically, the Leaguers that interfered in this situation, it was Zatanna, Black Canary, Hawkman, Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, Green Arrow, and Flash, Barry Allen, and Elongated Man. Barry moved so fast, I still wasn't sure what happened. Not until I saw her. Sue? It's okay, honey. I got you. You're safe. We beamed her straight to the hospital from there. I can't believe it. I fought Light half a dozen times when I was with the Titans. He was always a moron. Yeah, well, he wasn't always that way. Wait a minute, what are you saying? Wally, you have to understand. You told me you turned him in. Ralph, we did our best. What you had to do, Ollie? Z, privacy. You weren't there, Wally. You didn't see it. Ralph and Sue may have gone to the hospital, but we still had to deal with him. I'll find her again, I swear. It'll be easy. Lantern, shut him down. I bet her address is even listed. D for Dibny. Just let my fingers do the walking. What about you, Flash? I see a wedding ring bulging under that costume. You got someone at home. We never seen anything like it even at Arkham. We need to lock him up. Great, do it. That'll be a whole new audience for the story. My date with Sue Dibny. Hope you didn't forget I could do optics. What's wrong, fellas? Too rough for you? That was it. Z, make him forget. And Zatanna puts a spell on him just to make him fall asleep. Just to make him fall asleep. You sure that's enough? What are you talking about? How many times do we have to go through this with Light? Even if he forgets the incident, you think he won't do it again? He's got a point, Ollie. That's not for us to decide. Really? So you're willing to take that chance? You're willing to let him go after Carol, or Jean, or Dinah? I can take care of myself. I'm not saying we take his mind away from him. Maybe Zatanna can just, I don't know, Clean him up a bit. Clean him up. Sides were quickly picked, divided by friendships and lost parents, with one vote to break the deadlock. What's it gonna be, Barry? Yay or nay? So basically, the vote was tied. It was between Oliver, Dinah, and Hal against Zatanna, Hawkman, and Adam. And Barry was the tiebreaker. So it was Barry's choice. So back to the present day, we're on a satellite, a supervillain satellite. Merlin, where'd you get the coffee? In back, by the sign. By the way, was that you on the motorcade thing? So, BW, if you were one of the leaguers, which would you have voted? Me? Okay. You know what? I'll give you my 2 cents after we're finished reading this part. They had arrows in the back of their necks, didn't they? You heard about Bolt? Punctured a lung and both kidneys. Good. More work for us. The bald bastard paid me in counterfeits once. I'm telling you, it's miraculous. It's fake, man. It's not. I tried. It's real. Only 2 bills an ounce. Here you go, Slade. 10% as promised. Bruce, wiretaps active. They're up there again. You sure Troya's dead? Dead? She'll be back. Thanks for making the introduction. Fine. Goodbye. In that little red disc? Built by sonar. Trust me, they're not hearing a thing. Yeah, same as always. Record speeches of Adlai Stevenson. No, of course. I'll send Firestorm just in case. So basically, we're on a satellite with a whole lot of villains like Kronos, Electrocutioner, Merlin, Slade, Deadshot. I thought Kronos was dead. Don't ask. He says he's the one from 27 seconds pre his own death. I hate time travelers. Why would I be here if I didn't know we already won? How's Sans? Shadow Thief? Terrible. Hasn't turned the vest off in 2 weeks. Yesterday, he was talking to it. Maybe it's a symbiote. No, he's just addicted. Look at him. Poor boy's a junkie. Don't say that. Yes, you did. I agree. Red and blue are worse. I like the one with the eye patch. Whatever you want, my dear. Hey, Marley, get you some Morocco. Make you right, strong. It will. Calculator sent me. Please, I need help. I got money. So basically, Dr. Light came onto the satellite seeking, help from someone. And now we're back to the league talking about the situation. There's no way Barry voted to mess with Light's head like that. It was less than 6 months after Iris died. And you want to know what Barry voted? He said yes. So that's it. You took Dr. Light and lobotomized him? That was never the goal, Wally. Please realize I never tried anything like that before. Making someone forget was one thing, but going in, trying to shift his personality, even slightly, I didn't mean for it to turn out like that. I don't fight kids. No more teens with capes, okay? I thought this guy was supposed to be tough. So basically, for those who don't know, the reason why Dr. Light was such an easy villain for the Titans to fight was because of this. This is the reason why. That's why he became such a joke? You never told me you played with his mind. You're insane. Do you realize that? You're all insane. Ralph, you have to understand. He's downstairs. Just teleport it in. Argue later. We have to go after him. We were just doing our best, Wally. And that was your best? A magic lobotomy? You might as well have put the full ice pick in while you were at it. Easy, kid. He's not wrong, Ollie. I mean, even if I was the only time you guys mess with someone's head. What? What makes you think it was the only time? Ralph, wait! So Ralph goes in, and as soon as he walks in, he gets pushed out, and Slade steps out. Oh, so you don't act so surprised. It's the first rule of problem solving. When the problem gets too big, and here's Dr. Light right behind him, ready to back him up. Later on, at the Justice Society headquarters, Dr. Midnight is doing, he's looking over the corpse of He's looking over the corpse of Sue Dibny. Oh, no. Oracle, I need you to find Ralph Dibny for me. Doc, you haven't seen a TV lately, have you? What are you What are you talking about? According to news reports, Ralph, Dinah, half the old league, they're fighting Dr. Light and Deathstroke just outside of Boston. Dr. Light? Oh, don't tell me they. Can you patch me through? Been trying for 10 minutes. Every one of them has their signal device off. What's the bad news there? The bad news is that 2 days ago, Sue Dibny supposedly died by carbon monoxide poisoning brought on by her third-degree burns. And, and under that scenario, beyond what else the autopsy showing, she would have breathed so much soot into her lungs. Her bronchi and trachea should be black. They're not? I'm staring at them right now. They're pink. Wait, so Sue's lungs didn't have a black spot in them. I know it sounds insane. I ran other tests too, but by the time those flames hit her skin, Sue was already dead. Oh God. So you think the leak? I'm telling you right now, they're going after the wrong person. Sue Dibny was not killed by Dr. Light. And it gets deeper and deeper. Alright, so we're 2 parts in at 42 minutes. So, well, 43 minutes for that matter. But, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This story is just crazy. It's just a crazy, crazy story. So, Batman, you asked me what would my decision be? Okay. All right. Say if I had someone I'm very close with that I'm in a relationship with, and if a supervillain attacked a friend of mine, say their wife or girlfriend, and what would be my choice on it? Look, I would say I don't want to lobotomize the villain, okay? I would say I would definitely do whatever it takes to keep that villain away from my significant other, okay? I'm not saying I would kill the villain, but you know, put him in a hole somewhere where he cannot get out. I know supervillains have connections like that, but still, I would not vote. I would definitely not have, voted to lobotomize Dr. Light because that's crazy. And it also makes sense why he was such an easy villain for the Titans to defeat, but he didn't deserve all of that because that was crazy. Sorry, guys. All right, let's continue. Uh, so yeah, the League is about to face on Deathstroke and Dr. Light. For the amount of money, you might as well kill the guy if you lobotomize him. You lobotomize him, and did you really think people dying here? Okay. You're basically a walking vegetable when lobotomized. Yeah. Did they think that his memory was going? Okay. Basically, before I continue, basically, Dr. Light is looking for, this is why Dr. Light went to Deathstroke for help because the League is after him because they think he was the one that killed Sue Dibny, but he didn't. So later on, actually, oh my gosh, I'm jumping the gun real quick. Sorry guys, wait for it. Slade, this isn't your fight. For the amount he's paying, it most certainly is. Though this is one I do for free. And so Slade is easily wiping out the league member one by one. New costume, same old mistakes. What did you do? He's coming for you, Carter. And Slade is just wiping out each league member one by one by one. Son of a... Getting slow, Slade. Watch out, he has a dino! Where are you, Dr. Palmer? I know you're there. Contact. That's it, Doc. Go microscopic. Just don't forget, protons and electrons still have mass. So basically, the way how he stopped the atom, he pulled out a laser pointer. You know those red things that have like a little small red light on. He was able to notice Ray with his his good eye, and pointed at Ray, and Ray got so blindsided. But light does have measurements, protons and electrons in them, and he was able to stop Ray like that. And Ray was forced to grow back to his regular size, and he just crashes into Hawkman. Come on, boy. Aren't you wondering why I saved you for last? What are you doing? Testing a theory. It'll never work. Well, we'll see, won't we? Hey, Slade! Watch the birdie. So basically, I know this is gruesome to see. So, defeated by a laser pointer. Yeah, it's crazy. So, Oliver stabs Slade in the eye, his bad eye, not his good one. I'll kill you for that. Please, Slade, fight. And then suddenly Dr. Light's starting to remember something. Oh no. I remember. You took my mind. And this just makes Dr. Light lose control of himself. And who shows up after he disappears? None other than Superman. Okay, Ollie, can you hear me? What happened? Deathstroke took our lunch money. We decided to get payback. That's not what I asked. Now what happened? Why didn't you tell us you were going after Dr. Light? Soups? It was my idea. So Wally decides to take the fall for Oliver. How loyal of him. Ralph and a run-in with Light a few years back, so we thought, well, this was Light taking revenge. We just wanted to give Ralph the chance to bring him in. I understand. It couldn't be Dr. Light, though. We're still looking at teleporters, though. Bolt's in the hospital, but Warp is still... Ollie, can I talk to you for a sec? Listen, kid, I really appreciate... Stop! Save the sweet talk. But what you did, I did out of respect for Barry and Hal, not you. You want to trash your own name? That's fine. But before you trash theirs, I want some answers. Right before Deathstroke attacked, you said Dr. Light wasn't the only villain you mind-wiped. You never answered my question. How many more were there? You don't understand. The truth, Ollie, or I swear on Barry's grave, I'll hand you over to Clark myself. And knowing Wally, he would do it. So this is a flashback to all right. People always said it was simpler back then, but it wasn't. You of all people should know, Wally. Think of what just happened with your ID. There's a cost to what we do. One day, some lunatic in a cape digs up a mystical statue. The next thing you know, he's walking around in your body. Sure, you won in the end, but when things like that happen, you think they don't. So basically, look at this. Switcheroo, Wizard, and others gather in secret society, trade bodies with the JLA. Perfect. Go get Flash. Even when it's over, all the big shots care about is the next fight. No one understands the cleanup. And believe me, there's always cleanup. So you weren't there, Wally. We just buried a father, a mother, and a wife. It was enough. Ollie, you crossed the line. We made a choice, and there's not a cape out there who wouldn't do the same. Guys like the Wizard or Light or any of the others, they love nothing more than to know where our wives or where our children sleep. If they knew where your mother lived, they slice her throat, then go out for a beer. People make fun of secret identities, wondering now we kept them up for so long. It's because we worked at it. All those years, it wasn't coincidence. You think Brainwave just forgot who Barry was? You think Dr. Destiny forgot the time he invaded our dreams? It didn't just happen by itself. We made it happen. And we were okay with it. until that night, with Dr. Light. So basically, it's a history that they mind wiped a lot of villains, not just Dr. Light, but there were others. Altering someone's personality, that was the end. Then I threw the first punch. Carter was kind enough to let it end at that. Wait, so that's what you've seen fighting about all these years? It wasn't politics? You're not listening, Wally. It's always been politics. And you never told the others? Clark, Bruce, even Arthur? People aren't stupid, Wally. They believe what they want to believe and hear what they want to hear. Now, if you're done judging, we still got a killer to catch. All right, so now we're back into Calculator's, you know, his base where he's still, talking to villains over the phone, which brings the full total to 12,500. Come on, Noah, you're killing me. A bet's a bet, boyo. The only thing I don't understand is why you bet against Deathstroke. I didn't. I was betting against Kronos. He was so smug. Oh, Light and Deathstroke will definitely get away. You bet against a guy who sees the future? Do you even have a brain in your head? That's Calculator. You there? It's Digger. Merlin, I gotta go. Captain Boomerang on the line too. You're dropping me for he owes me a favor. Yeah, I saw. Come on though. Like he could ever get away and to get Glider into bed. Oh, Captain, my Captain, how are you? This is for fun? This is fun for you, isn't it, Noah? I'm just a small entrepreneur. I take no pleasure in pain. Right. You sure this is the right address? That's what you paid for, isn't it? Listen, before I go, you got any extra jobs that need, Digger, be serious. You're not exactly in your prime anymore. I can still toss them like no one's gonna hire you, Digger. Not after what you did with. I was just trying to prove I still had it. Yeah, well, if you want to do that, you have to go bigger than. I need money, Noah. Do me a favor. Focus on what's in front of you. But just focus. All you gotta do is go up and say hello. Get one part of your life together. Some adopted kids have a real need to meet their biologicals. Crap. Can I help you? No, I just. Listen, you shouldn't park here. It's private property. Yeah, no, I'm leaving right now. Noah, you sure you don't have any other jobs that they won't hire you? Listen, I knew you when you had those push buttons on your chest. They won't hire you. I'm sorry, Digger. So basically, Captain Boomerang is at the point where he's just realizing that he has a son, and his son will become the second Captain Boomerang. But that's a story. We'll talk about that later on. These days, people just want someone a little younger. And now we're back with Tim Drake and his father. What happened to your face? Is that makeup? Jared accidentally elbowed me in the face. I didn't want you to get worried. Where the League fought Dr. Light, here consoling Ralph Dibny. This is Eric Stroman, reporting live from Massachusetts. How about I get you some ice? Life still remains. Is this an isolation incident? Has a former foe come back for revenge? And most important, are others close to the League safe? And now here we are in the Daily Planet with Perry White and Jimmy Olsen. How we doing, kid? Layout's breathing down my jockey shorts. Give it 2 more minutes. Front pages take time. So was it bad? The funeral? It was horrible, Chief. As sad as Superman's. Crazy as it sounds. I mean, with all those heroes there. I saw Green Lantern crying. Which one? Old one. Get any photos of it? Come on, Chief. You know we don't. No, I know. You always do it right. But if you did get some photos, Chief! Want to know what really creeps me out, though? I mean, whoever did this, they clearly targeted Sue Dibny knowing she was one of the hero's wives, right? So what if they're not stopping there? What if that's the plan? Pick off all the wives, strike where it really hurts, right? Now you're sounding like a cable show. You'll see, Chief. It's not a bad theory. Yeah, well, even if it is true, what makes you think they're just gonna go for wives? Why not husbands, kids, even co-workers? Hell, if they wanted to really hurt, why not go after the hero's best pals? That was so scary of Perry White to say. Why would you say that? Okay, so now we're in the household of Jean Loring, where she's getting under attack. Please don't, Ray, Ray, please help me. What are you doing? Uh, help! So apparently, someone hung Jean Loring, and that's the end of part 3. And let's move on to part 4. And hopefully you guys are enjoying this story, because this story just gets serious, so serious that it just scares. It doesn't scare me, but it shocks me. I'm like, whoa, that just happened. That literally just happened. So yeah, that's pretty much how I feel. Oh, welcome back, Layla. Uh, for those in the chat, Layla, I know you missed a lot. You missed just, the first 3 parts of the stories. For you guys that are still here in the chat, just fill Layla in on what she missed so far. Or better yet, I could try to. So, Layla, I'm not sure if you're the biggest DC superhero fan, or like, majority of DC superheroes. So basically, this whole story is a murder mystery of Sue Dibny, who's the wife of Elongated Man. She was killed by someone. And so, sorry. gosh. This all dates back to an incident within the League years ago. So the League believes that it was Dr. Light. I'd explain, but I'm too lazy. Oh, stop it, Batman. Anyway, so Elongated Man thinks it was Dr. Light because Dr. Light, he did something very terrible to Sue Dibny way back in the past. And because what he did was he snuck onto the watchtower. Sue Dibny was there by herself. And then when she saw him, she alerted the other league. I mean, the other members of the league. Wait, Batman. Oh, wait, Black. I have a question once you're done explaining. Okay. Um, So yeah, Sue Dibny was, attacked by Dr. Light. And the Leaguers that showed up, it was Hawkman, Green Arrow, Hal Jordan, Barry Allen, Zatanna, Adam. I feel like I'm missing one. There was a lot. And Black Canary. There we go. So those 7 Leaguers came by to, stop Dr. Light. But then this led to a decision. They felt like, Dr. Light knows a lot. I get it. A Law and Order kind of feel. Yes. Very Law and Order. So basically, the League made a vote. The vote was to either lobotomize Dr. Light or, put him away with him remembering, who Sue Dibny is. So the vote was, it was a tie, but the vote was broken by Barry, and he voted yes, lobotomize him. So Zatanna did a spell to lobotomize Dr. Light so he forget what he did. And so later on, Wally finds out about this, who's the Flash at the time, and he's so upset and he at Oliver that they would do this, but he knows there's something deeper. So he asks Oliver, how many others did you do this to? And Oliver tells, Wally the truth, that they've been doing this to to other villains. So that just pisses Wally off. And the crazy thing is, they didn't tell Superman, Batman, or Wonder Woman about this. They did not tell the big 3, but it gets worse. It's going to get worse. So, yeah, that's basically where we're at right now. And Dr. Light has, Deathstroke call up for help because he knows the Leaguers are coming after him. But, Deathstroke fights the other Leaguers. Dr. Light gets his memory back, and now he's in full-on killer instinct mode, ready to kill these Leaguers, but he disappears. But anyway, right now what you just missed was Jean Loring was someone hung her in her apartment. But yeah, that's where we're about to begin. If the Justice League had been wiping minds in the past, why was it so a controversial issue when they mind wiped Dr. Light? Because knowing the end story, I know one leader was really unhappy. Oh wait, they didn't tell the big. No, they did not tell the big three. But one of the big three also played a big role in this, and we're gonna get to that soon, hopefully. So this is part 4. Hold on. So Ray was able to return back to his apartment and save his wife. And luckily enough, she was still there. I know that's my favorite part. That part gets crazy. So he was able to bring Jean back to life with CPR, and luckily she's breathing. She's still alive. Anything? Almost. Self-scan running. Scanning system. Scan complete. System okay. Last recorded. Alarm? None. So we're out of luck? No such thing as luck. So Mr. Miracle is checking the security system. They're still checking the because this leads to Brother Eye, which is yes, Batman, yes. No such thing as luck. As for this, same as last time. Alarm's still in place. Windows and doors are untouched. Even the sensors we keep on the AC vents are running perfectly. However, they got in. They didn't touch a single wire in the security system to do it. You think we have another teleporter? Could be a teleporter. Could be a phaser. Could be someone who rides radio waves like Airwave. Airwave? It could be anyone, Oliver. Even with the alarms. There are still 17 different ways to get in and out of here. And that's without a mother box. It all depends what else we find. And so Superman has also just found something at the crime scene. He used a bowline knot. A what? A bowline knot to tie the other end of the noose to the door. They call it a bowline knot, though he added a Dutch Marine twist. And you recognize that? It's a common Boy Scout knot. I have a suggestion for a live read. You should do Batman black and white stories if you haven't already. I haven't, and I don't own any Batman black and white stories, and I don't find them interesting to me. That's just my thing. Boy Scout, right. Oracle, can you already on it? Bowline knot with a Dutch Marine twist. You sure it was a man? There are some strong women out there that can. All Gene saw was his shoes. His name's Slipknot. Real name, Christopher Weiss. Used to fight Firestorm, then did some time with the Suicide Squad. That is, until he tried to escape and they blew his arm off. Nice, guys. Yeah, and he's a real prince, too. Specializes in tying nooses around people's necks. Real life of the party type. And when it came to tying knots, well, knock knock. Who's there? Bowline with a knot Dutch Marine twist. Can you even tie that with one hand? Where's Slipknot these days? Opal City Penitentiary, serving 5 to 10 for shoplifting, of all things. 10 years for shoplifting? That's the Suicide Squad. They set you free. But one mistake, and they'll ram you for it. I want someone talking to Slipknot. Now. Relax, Clark. I know exactly who to bring. Mr. Arrow, if you could just... No weapons near the cell. I guessed. How sweet. So, Green Arrow goes, the man who can climb anything. Yeah, Slipknot, the one guy that got killed off easily in Suicide Squad. Basically, so Oliver's in Opal City Penitentiary interrogating Slipknot, along with, if you can see this lasso of truth, you already know who that is. Spare me the fake lip. Diana, you ready? I'm not afraid of it, you know. I even heard Plastique told me it didn't work, that it was all bull. She can pull you through those bars even though you don't fit. Now, what do you know about the attacks on Sue Dibny and Jean Loring? Crime shows in a DC comic. No. Yes, very nice. What do you mean he didn't know anything? You can put it down, son. We questioned him for almost an hour, Clark. Believe me, he wasn't holding back anything. And at the end there, I really wish he would have. Once people get that lasso on, it's like they're in therapy. So where does that leave us? Oracle? The first murder looked like it was done by Dr. Light. The second looked like Slipknot. The only thing those two have in common is they're both members of the Suicide Squad, which means we can narrow it down to just about half the lunatics out there. I don't know. Doesn't that seem a little too easy? It's a lead, Ollie. It's a waste of time. I can feel it in my gut. It's still a lead, which means we need to check it out. No offense, but what we need to do is find out who killed our friend. Sue and Jean may have had public identities, but this clearly isn't over. And it doesn't take a genius to spot the pattern. Ollie, don't take that one with me. We're trying our best. Our best? We're hunting and pecking like amateurs. You saw it at the funeral, Clark. People are starting to panic, and when we start to panic, you better believe that's the exact same moment the other side finally starts to take advantage. Assault on Jean Loring, making that 2 attacks in less than a week. Do you have any idea how much I'm enjoying myself? That's because you're a fool. Listen, jackass, you think this is good? You might as well go punch a hole in a beehive. All it does is roll everyone up. By the way, it's your role. He's rolled double sixes, Mirror Master. We'll capture France. I heard Wildcat broke Dr. Phosphorus's arm. You could see the crack and everything. Wait till you hear what I heard. Wait till you hear what I heard about Dr. Light. Rumors from within the hero community insist that action is being taken. See? That's what I'm talking about. All this does is make our lives that much harder. We'll still win. What do you mean? They mind wiped him. I'm just telling you what Light told me. I'm not saying we'll lose, but trust me, with everything that's going on, that the best thing we can do right now is stay quiet and hope they find the imbecile who started this mess. Gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah, I don't remember him being a part of the squad. Hold up, Dr. Light was... No, not Dr. Light. Slipknot, guys. Slipknot. Dr. Light was never part of the Suicide Squad. Or better yet, maybe he... I'll look it up later on. Maybe he was. Hold on, Digger. Let me take this call. Fiddler? Yeah, I've heard of you. Right now? Sure, I can do it. It'll cost you $3,000, though. Yeah, well, that's because I raised my prices. It's been a busy week, you know. I understand. If you need me, you have the number. Sorry we couldn't do business. Fiddler's cheap. Everyone's cheap. Anything yet? He'll be here any minute. He gets off work at midnight. Why so late? He works in a movie theater. Those are the hours. Here he comes. Don't let him walk by this time. Speak to him. Crapola. You're Captain Boomerang, aren't you? Are you my dad? How'd you know? You're famous. Now, how'd you know I'm your dad? Tabloid reporters. They've been following me all week. One of them even tossed me a boomerang, hoping to get me in a photo with it. I threw it back at him and sliced off his earlobe. So immediately, Captain Boomerang is connecting with his son. Listen, I'm sorry for leaving you. It's okay. My mom's cool. I mean, not as cool as, this, but still. So you're good with a boomerang. I guess not that there's much you can do with it. Actually, there's a lot you can do with it. All you need is the right teacher. And now we're finally in Gotham City with Batman. Oh boy, when Batman gets in on it, it's gonna be awesome. It's not the squad, Alfred. Pardon? Mr. Kent called, sir, about the Dibny and Loring cases. He said they were turning their attention to the members of the Suicide Squad. It was not part of the Suicide Squad. The squad doesn't benefit. There's no gain. It's the first rule of solving a crime. You want to know who did it? You need to find out who benefits. Who benefits? It's good to have you back. This is Noah. Oh, hey, Fiddler. No, of course, I'm still available. 3,000 sounds okay? Glad to hear it. No apologies necessary. That's what I'm here for. Just tell me what you need. Mr. Dibny, this is Stuart Call from Bank Insurance. I know this probably isn't the best time, but with your wife's passing, well, your family had a significant insurance policy. Merlin, it's me. Want to make a quick $3,000? Don't worry, there's nothing wrong with calling in sick, especially when you get to spend a little more time with your dad. Bruce, it's Tim. Listen, I know you wanted me to go on patrol tonight. I'm not feeling so great. Sorry. Call me later. Tim, you didn't have to do that. And so Green Arrow goes to the grave where he meet his I would say former best friend, Hal Jordan, because right now this is the time where Hal is the Spectre. He's not a Green Lantern anymore. What do you want, Oliver? There are easier ways to contact me. How? It's not like you gave me a signal watch or anything. By the way, can you lose the costume? You know it creeps me out. Better? Ah, the bomber jacket. You have any idea how dated your sense of style is? You're talking to me about dated. I really have missed you, pal. So why the visit? Sue's dead. They attacked Jean. You know who did it? You know who did it, don't you? I can't say. But you know, don't you? You know who killed her. Ollie, please. You're the Spectre, Hal. You're supposed to punish the guilty. Isn't that what being the spirit of vengeance is all about? You don't understand. I report to a higher power. I don't care who the hell you work for. Our friend is dead. They killed her, burned half her face off, and left her lying there like a doormat. You know who did it. How can you punish them? It's not for me to decide. What? People are murdered every day, Ollie. But I don't punish every murderer. And I don't smother every child killer. Even if I wanted to, that's not how it works. I swear to you, it's not up to me. Can you at least tell me who did it? You know I can't. I'm sorry, Ollie. I truly am. Do me a favor, Ollie. Make them pay for when you find them. I've been sharpening arrows all week. So how? When you're coming back? I don't understand. Yes, you do. We've been doing we've been at this too long. When are you really coming back? I'm working on it. So next day, not the house, Daily Planet with Lois Lane. Lowell, you see the star this morning? They even say pictures inside, but all they got is an author photo from Lauren's book jacket. All class. And then suddenly Lois gets a message on her desk and it says, "This, I know who your husband is." Chapter 4. And that was just part 4. Oh gosh, we're at chapter 5. You know what? You know what? I don't care if I missed the Supergirl finale. I can always watch it another day. So let's do this. And this is chapter 5. This is where things get really, really ugly. You sure this is it? Come on, Ollie. Merlin, Arthur Merlin. Get it? Yeah, I get it. And so, not Arthur. Oliver tries to breaks into a house that's owned by Arthur King, but he's ambushed by Deadshot, Merlin, and some guy with I guess that's supposed to be monocle, if I'm right. But he's not alone, because Hawkman, Green Lantern, and Flash storm the scene as well. Bullseye. What do you say, Robin Hood? Ready to shoot at each other, or are you scared to go back to the? Are you scared to go back to the grave? You actually painted all tips black, wondering if it's bulletproof. Take a shot. Ricochets never miss. And so, not Bullseye, Deadshot. Okay, first of all, Green. You could always record Supergirl and watch it after the live read. I would, but I don't have DVR. That's the sad thing. But anyway, so Kyle puts Deadshot in a box kind of construct, and he tells him not to shoot, and he goes ahead and shoots, and a bullet goes through right through his throat. We need a doctor. Oh, I'm fine. Just can't see. Got a few seconds to chat. It's the same everywhere, with the Titans, with the Outsiders, the Reserves. even the JSA. So basically, every superhero team is trying to find who's the person that killed Jean Loring. The Titans hunt down, Warp, the Outsiders attacking Black Spider, Firehawk was attacking Heat Wave. Basically, any villain that could use, fire or any source of, you know, energy blast for some reason. And of course, oh my gosh, this is where things get a whole lot worse. So here we have Shining Knight, Firestorm, and Vixen fighting the Shadow Thief. He's going for Justin's sword. I got him. Firestorm, I'm on it. Okay, Sans, give me the... And Shadow Thief stabs Ronnie right through the chest with the sword. Somebody go get help. No, in Batman issue 55, KG Beast will show up. No doubt Tom King will ruin him like he's ruining Batman. I mean, when was the last time we saw a KG Beast in DC Comics, actually? But who knows? Anyway. Oh, gosh. You sure you okay? I'm fine, Ray. You drove me away from the hospital. Talked to the doctors, even went out and threw away good money for some ridiculous overpriced BioT. It used to be your favorite. It still is. But that doesn't mean you should be sitting here changing bedpans. I get to change bedpans? Funny. I'm serious, though. The League needs you, especially now. Listen, Jean, please don't get all mushy with me. You know I hate mushy. I'm not. With everything going on, I'm glad you're okay. That counts as mushy. Fine, color me mushy. Just give me a hug. I gotta go meet Carter. They want me to trace the calculator through the phone lines. The calculator? Don't laugh. Carter says he's dangerous. Oracle without the morals. By the way, Ray, when you pulled me out that noose, I heard you pray for me. It was sweet, Ray. Really sweet. Dr. Genius, this is the part where you're supposed to kiss me. Oh gosh. I don't get it. Jean's his ex-wife and everything, but I don't understand, ex relationships and all that. Anyway, back to the scene with Firestorm. You okay? I I'm gonna blow up. Fly! Hurry! The professor, my family. Someone say goodbye to my dad for me. And Ronnie flies up as far away as he can because here's the thing, with Firestorm, his whole body, it's a nuclear, it's a nuclear package. So if you puncture a nuclear package, the nuclear energy is going to leak out. The more it leaks out, kaboom. And basically, that's what happened to Firestorm. Dead. All right. Anyway, so now we're back to a scene with Captain Boomerang and his son. That's an explosive one. I almost took off Flash's arm with it. I always wondered why they were still flirting and stuff after they divorced. It's weird. Not bad, not bad. Throwing more overhand, though, like a baseball. You toss it side on like that and it'll just climb straight up, then plunge back at you. Or even worse, at me. You sure this is right? Who do you think you're talking to? Captain Cold? Trust your dad. You ready to give it another go? Ah, the razor one. Nice choice, my lad. And release! The throw is perfect. Too perfect. How'd you do that? I have no idea. I just ran. You have speed. What? My son has speed. Golden Glider isn't my mother, is she? No. And we're back with Tim Drake. Oh my gosh. We're back with Tim Drake and his father. Guys, this is where it's going to get scary. All right. Brace yourselves for some very heavy moments. Dad, please, just promise me you won't open the door. People are weird like that. They'll divorce and everything, then out of nowhere start flirting, messing around. Yeah, it's weird. Tim, I'm fine. You're not. You think you are, but you're not. You saw the TV. They killed Sue Dibny, attacked Jean Loring, both in their homes. Why don't you just tell me what's got you so nuts? I know Batman called. Someone was threatened, weren't they? Who was it? Dad? I'm your father. I know, and I want to, but it was someone big, okay? Really big. And if they knew who he is, they can just promise me you'll be smart. If something goes wrong, push the button on the signal device. It'll connect you right to the JLA. The Sue Dibny part wasn't scary. No, the Sue Dibny part wasn't the scary part. It's getting worse. This is like scary part number 2. Tim, wait. Dad, I have to go. You know I've tried to be good about this. Better than most parents. In fact, better than any parent. I mean, my therapy bills alone. I'm just saying, I know he chose you for a reason, and I respect that. You obviously have a gift. But don't think it makes it any easier for me to watch my son go out there and purposely put himself in harm's way. Dad, Dad, I can't do this now. I know. I worry about you, Tim. I worry about you too, obviously. Maybe it'd be better if you stayed in tonight. I mean, you're 16 years old. You shouldn't be running around in a mask and a cape. Don't you think it's a little late for that? You really think I should stay? Be honest, Dad. You really think I'm better off sitting here watching all this happen on the news? No. You should go. Definitely. Go. Thanks, Pop. I'm proud of you, son. Now, this is like the least dark part. Still dark, but it's the least dark thing in the story, and that's things. So, yes, a lot of foreshadowing. So, Tim's father walks into a kitchen. There's a box in the kitchen, and it has his name on it. He opens the box, and there's a gun with a note that says, "Protect yourself." So he pulls out the gun, and he calls Oracle. This is Oracle. Hi, this is sir, can I help you? I'm looking for Robin. I think my life might be in danger. Yeah, hey, listen, can I call you back? I can't talk right now. I'm in the middle of something. When did the tox reports come back? I had Jay run them to Star. Hopefully soon. Was Fate any help? He ruled out magic, but without knowing the cause of death, he didn't know where to focus his powers. Do me a favor, clean my glasses for me. They're beaded with sweat, and my hands are... You're starting to get worried, aren't you? Only that she'll start to decompose. I still need the ray to do spectrum analysis of her organs. Thanks. Otherwise, it's like what my professor said in med school. People lie, only silent. People lie, only science tells the truth. Someone sent me a gun. Stay where you are, Mr. Drake. I'm calling him right now. I can handle it. I think I may need some help. Something just crashed on the roof. Whoever it is, you tell the police. I'm shooting if he comes inside. I'm getting your son now, Mr. Drake. So he's speaking to Oracle over on the JLA communicator, and they're gonna patch it through to Robin. He's on my roof. You're my witness. I'm just defending myself. Just stay away from the windows, Mr. Drake. And here we're in the Batmobile with Bruce and Tim. Thanks for picking me up. Tim, get home now. What are you talking about? What's wrong? It's your dad. Mr. Drake, listen to me. If something happens, tell him I love him. Understand? Make sure he hears that. Barbara, patch me through. Tim? Dad, are you okay? I'm fine. I think he's in the hallway. I got it, though. I'm fine. Dad, this isn't some African safari. Get out of there. He's definitely in the hall. Barbara, call Wally. Already tried. They're not picking up. Bruce, please. Please help him. You have one message. First message. Hey there. It's me, Dad. So anyway, I can't wait to see you later. I can't wait. Oh my gosh. Just keep my boy safe. Please, just keep him safe. And Bruce just whispers 2 words and he says, not again. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it, Dad. We're gonna make it. He's at the door. Dad? Tim, if something happens, nothing's gonna happen. Tim, I need you to focus. Nothing's gonna happen. Tim! You listening, Tim? Good. Then understand one thing. If you don't get here, it's not your fault. Dad? I need you to know this, Tim. It's not your fault, okay? You didn't do this. But I love you, Tim. I love you just like your mother loves you. So basically, this is going nuts right now. This is oh my gosh. I just wanted to say how great it was today. Honest, great. It was great. Anyway, if you had some time, make sure to watch the news tonight. Your old dad's gonna really make you proud. Oh no. Oh no. Don't worry, this is the one, lad. I mean the real one. The one that's gonna put me back on the map. Dad, please. What you do for all those people, it's worth it, Tim. Never question it. It's worth it. Dad, we're almost there. And then here's the thing. It's Tim Drake and Captain Boomerang's son yelling "Dad" at the same time. And the assailant, Captain Boomerang, walks into the room. Jack Drake has the gun, walks in, he shoots. Captain Boomerang throws the boomerang, and it hits Jack Drake, and he dies. Both of them die right there on the spot. I did say the story is crazy. I'm not tearing up or anything, but this point right here, it just builds up. It's so sad. It's so shocking. It just grips you with fear. It's just, my gosh. So Tim gets home. You ready? Hold up. Let's stop right here for a moment. Gosh. Gosh. You reading the dialogue makes it really sad. Hey, when you're reading a story, you gotta put it. This is pretty much how it takes, to be a voice actor. You have to put, action and emotion into it. So that's why I try to make it feel realistic when I read. That's basically what I like doing the live reads. When I'm reading a story to you guys, I like to put emphasis into the story so you can understand how the characters feel through the emotion. All right. So after college you're going to LA to be a voice actor? Uh Once I get enough money and, well, I want to get enough, acting experiences under my belt first before I move out to California. But yes, that's what I do want to plan to do. Because with, voice acting is hard to get into, but I want to have, a list of stuff that I have done. And basically, I worked a show in my college. I got to be in a show. And I also got to be an extra in the film. So that's some experience, but not enough. So I'm working towards that. So Tim, all right. So basically, we're beginning part 6. Tim runs home, and he's scared for his life. Dad, Tim, if the police are there, Dad, I'm coming. Barbara, is he? Tim, you have to understand. There's nothing any of us could do. He walks in and he finds a boomerang in his father's chest. Speaking of acting, head over to DC after the stream when you have time. Since you missed the roleplay class, it'd be good if you could read what you missed so you're not behind for the next one. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Batman. He doesn't feel a pulse. He doesn't feel for a pulse. Thanks to his training, he knows the outcome, but he still ignores it. Oh gosh. Tim comes over to his father and he tries to pull the boomerang out of his father's chest, but it just won't budge. And he's just yelling, "Get it out, please! Please! Please!" Tim, it's okay. It's okay. I've got you. So Bruce walks in and he just embraces Tim. And of course, it quotes Batman and Robin, orphans. In what police are calling a botched robbery, the body of Captain Boomerang has been. This is Terry Phillips reporting from downtown Gotham. And we're clear. That's crap, Joel. You said I was done covering the crazies. I'm looking for my father. Captain Boomerang? Captain Boomerang, Digger Hart. Really? Because if that's the case, I should be sitting at the desk instead of doing these nonsense stand-ups. What do you mean I can't see the body? He's my father. Tell me where you took him. Son, do we look stupid to you? Know how many times we've been through this? We let you near the top, and he came back to life. Captain Cold, Heat Wave, even your pop. They're all somehow magically crawled back to the land of the living. Every time, one of you. One of you? We're not morons, son. Your father's dead. I'm sorry for that. I truly am. But this time, he's staying that way. You have a problem with that? Write your congressman. What's he doing here? I don't know what you're talking about. Him! I don't know what you're talking about. Batman! He's right there! Let me say it again, son. I don't know what you're talking about. There's no one here but us agents. Son, don't pick a fight. Not here. Take it from me. The best thing you could do now is go home. Take some time. And be thankful you had the time together that you did. Connor, come here. You still not dressed? I thought we were going to Ted's. No fighting today. You know how much Dad, just do me a favor. Shut up and hug. So basically, Oliver is embracing, a father and son moment with Connor, which is fine. We've all lost brothers, sisters, sons, daughters, wives. Basically, it's going through a montage of people that they lost, Hal Jordan's statue, Tara, Aquaman's reminiscing on his son, Martian Manhunter's reminiscing his family, husbands, mothers, and of course fathers. I'm sorry, Master Bruce. I'm sorry, Dick. I'm sorry, Tim. And that's not even counting all the lost friends. Where Captain Boomerang was found dead. Yeah, I'm watching it right now. Sure, I'll call McCullough. Where's the funeral? No, really? He had a son? Yeah, exactly. Welcome to life. Front page, Dad. Just like you wanted. How was your day? Hard. Harder than it's been in a while. A.K.A. Merlin, Jonathan Cheevel, a.k.a. Monocle, and Floyd Lawton, a.k.a. Deadshot. The case has been no papered. You're free to go. Your Honor, the defendants all have lengthy criminal records, which have no bearing on this hearing, Miss Spencer. But Mr. Lawton, he's a convicted felon in possession of a firearm that alone violates his parole. Miss Spencer, and you know Mr. Lawton's involvement in the Give Back program, the Suicide Squad, dictates that his parole is terminated. Gentlemen, you're free to go. That is just stupid. The judge just lets them walk. Lets them walk. You sure you want to do this? How can I not? That's the whole thing. That's the whole point of a boomerang, right? You throw it away, and it comes right back. Ever see one of these thrown at super speed? He's already gone. I checked. Any word about Boomerang? Government is burying the body. Rumor is the rogues are planning a funeral. Your guys are a real pain in the ass. You know that? I mean, Boomerang, We got pantsed by Boomerang. He really kicked the crap out of us, didn't he? Worse than Dr. Light and Deathstroke combined. Yeah. What are you really here for, Wally? Nothing. It's just when we had that fight with Dr. Light and Deathstroke and all Light's memories flooded back, I could see what he was seeing, like a picture in my brain. Anyway, when you first told me that story about how you voted the mind wipe Dr. Light that night, you said there were 7 of you. So when Light went all supernova, that image he sent, well, Bruce was there. Ha! So there was 8 Leaguers. Batman was there as well. How come you didn't mention Batman the first time? What? He was there, wasn't he? What happened, Ollie? What are you not saying? Fine. Be stubborn. I'll just call Bruce and you have to understand. I don't have to understand anything. Now tell me what happened. Don't be flip, Wally. This isn't some schoolyard slap fight. When Dr. Light attacked Sue, we may voted to wipe his mind. But that wasn't the only vote we made that night. Wait. Oh, God. You took Bruce's memories? Wally, before you took Bruce's memories. We had to. Had to. Had to. You don't understand. I'm the fastest man alive. I got all the time in the world. Explain it to me. Like I told you before, Bruce and Clark were always there for the fight, but rarely for the cleanup. Okay, Jim, I'm on my way now. Ralph, you should get Sue to the hospital. That night was no different. But because it was Sue, Bruce came back. And at that exact moment, it was all over. What are you doing? Bruce, you don't understand. He said you think you've seen him mad before? You never seen him mad. Not like this. Get off of him now! It was a tough night for all of us. He came at us in anger. We reacted the same. No question, we panicked. But Carter had it right. With Bruce, the secret would never be safe. Bruce would never stand up for it. Not without his say-so. Oh, God, let him go. What the hell were you thinking? It was a league within the league, just between the 7 of us. And right there, we took our second vote of the night. Don't you dare. Ollie, think for a second. This time, it was unanimous. The alternative would have meant the destruction of the league. It's just this moment, just the past 10 minutes. If this hurts him, and although he doesn't want to believe it, some things are bigger than Batman. You. How could you do that? Trust me, Wally. We didn't come to the decision easily. But in case you didn't notice, in some battles, both sides lose. You still walked away, Ollie. You let them do it. This is Batman we're talking about. You can't do that to Batman. You think he hasn't done the same to us? He'd never do that. You believe what you want. You telling me I'm wrong? Haven't you learned anything yet? Think about your own life, Wally. Everything you've done to keep your secrets safe. You don't just wear the mask for yourself. It's for your wife, your parents, even for one day, your children. There are animals out there, Wally, and when it comes to family, we can't always be there to defend them. But the mask will. So that's it? Bruce still has no idea? Believe me, Wally, the man's a detective. He always has an idea. This is Calculator. Noah, it's me. Merlin, what happened? You out yet? Of course. Deadshot called Waller, Waller called Luther, and Luther called his old White House council boys, who are all now doing white-collar defense work. God bless their loafers. Wait till you see their bill. You won't be so thankful then. Yeah, no crap. I should let Deadshot crush their windpipes like he said. He didn't say that. No, he didn't, though. I think Monaco lifted the guy's wallet. All class. Just because he's got a British accent doesn't mean he's not a lowlife. If you screw with Batman, that's a bad idea because then all your privacy is disintegrated and it will come out with 895 contingency plans to take you out. Oh, yes. Meanwhile, about this whole boomerang thing, what about it? That was you, wasn't it? Of course. What, you think Boomerang got that job on his own? I thought you two were close. We are. Well, we were. I've known Digger since he was a spokesman for Wiggins. I don't get it. Then why'd you have him killed? Killed? I just killed? I just got him the job. Wait, so you weren't the one who sent Jack Drake the guy? Sent Jack Drake the gun? Trust me. I don't understand. Trust me, neither do I. A call came in for a hit on Drake. They wanted to be kept anonymous, which I'm used to, and they wanted someone cheap. I figured Boomerang was due. Next thing I know, I'm reading his obituary. So the people who wanted Drake dead, believe me, I've been searching for them since the moment the story broke. The bank account they paid me with, all fake names. You think they were setting up Boomerang for the fall? All I know is whoever sent Jack Drake that gun, that's the only reason Boomerang took it in the chest. So you never... Merlin, the last thing I want is to send my friends to their deaths. That's no way to run a business. No, I know. But if you didn't do all this, who the hell did? Michael, you gotta see this. Michael! I spend the next few hours in the cave starting the puzzle. Calculator's innocence is harder to process than I thought. Okay, this is it. This is it, folks. You see it? What am I looking? That's her mid-medulla. This is her brain. Sue's body was burned after she died. The only reason to do that is to hide something. I undo the edges of the puzzle and start to rebuild. It's her mid-medulla, more specifically the nucleus coeruleus, which is, from what I can tell, is where she had the infarct. Infarct? Those are the black spots, tiny nuclei. She had a block in the bloodstream to the mid-medulla, which cut off the blood supply to the brain. A block in her brain. So that's how she died. That's how she died. I checked every point of entry, accounted for teleporters, even called Jason Blood to hunt for the traces of magic. Rooms for former leaguers are practically airtight. Even the air pressure is controlled. We got it down to the last molecule. Oh no. I don't understand. Can someone engineer a block in someone's brain, or was it all natural causes? That's the question, isn't it? To be honest, I thought it was the latter until I fiddled with the fine focus and found this. Those two tiny indentions? They're footprints, Michael. What? Footprints. That's what caused the block in her bloodstream, and that's what killed Sue Dibny. Someone was standing in there, in her brain. Someone was standing in there, Michael. That's why we all missed it. Think about it. Microscopic assassination. So whoever did this is someone who could shrink down to... Oh, God. You don't think he'd... Jean, I need you to find Ray. Is everything okay? He's not answering. Call the watchtower. Jean, get out of my head. Just find him now. Layla, you're about to find out what really went on. And keep him where he is. I still can't believe it. Captain Boomerang. That's who killed Sue. That's who attacked me, Captain Boomerang. Why are you so surprised? He's been trying to kill us all for years. But Captain Boomerang, I'm just happy it's over. Actually, I'm happy for a little more than that, Dr. Palmer. I'm not sure I like that look in your eyes. What look? I don't see anything. That's chapter 6, and let's get on to the final chapter, guys. We might as well just finish it out. But, you're nuts. You're telling me the atom killed Sue Dibny? Dr. Palmer, are you actually hitting on me? I'm trying. How am I doing? I've seen better. See, now you're just trying to push buttons. Why wouldn't it? Doesn't it have to? It doesn't. Every woman want her button put. It's good to have you back, Jean, and to have you safe. Speaking of which, did they ever find out who wrote that protect yourself note to Jack Drake? No. That's the... Boom! Ray just stops, and he just has a... Look at this. This is Ray's expression when his wife asks him, did they ever find the letter? He gets up, turns the light back on. How'd you know there was a note? Ray. It's not Ray. The note was in the paper. No, it wasn't. Batman took that note for himself. The papers never saw it. I'm telling you, How'd you know there was a note, Jean? Ray, what are you... Oh my god. Ray, it's not how you... Oh my god. Did you send that note and gun? Ray, calm down. Answer me! Ray, answer me! Are you crazy? Of course not. You found my old costume in the basement, didn't you? Oh Lord. Please tell me you didn't kill Sue. And immediately, Jean says, I didn't mean to. I just missed you, Ray. I really missed you. Oh my god. I wasn't trying to kill her. I swear. I just wanted to knock her out. Just to, scare everyone a bit. I figured when word got out, Ralph would come running and Clark would race to Lois and maybe I was lucky. I know it sounds stupid and childish, but I just thought, you thought I'd come running back to you? And you did, Ray. You did. I was worried we might not have the spark, but once you were here, it was just like the old days. Oh, God, you're insane. I'm not, Ray. I'm not how it looks, but it was just an accident. I mean, even after all the practice, once I got in there, hello? Hello? Ralph, is that you? It's all disorienting. I swear, I only increased my atomic mass by a 12th. Next thing I know, Sue's on her knees in mid-convulsion. Ralph, please, are you there? I shrunk some weapons just in case. And in the panic, I didn't want to go to jail. So basically, this was all an act just to get Ray to come crying back to her. So she decides to go into Ralph's wife's brain. She goes into Sue's brain just to knock her out. Just to give Ralph a scare to come run for him to come back to her. And she burns her body in evidence. As Jean says the words, my stomach sinks down to my who benefits? And then Ray starting to put it all together. Jean was the one that hung herself. You killed her. You killed Sue. Jean was our friend. I'm telling you, don't call it an accident. Don't insult her like that. It was though, Ray, just like with Tim's dad. Jean, you hired Boomerang and sent Tim's dad a gun to shoot him. Are you really that deluded? How is that an accident? Don't go defending Boomerang. He's killed far more people than... You killed Tim's father, Jean. The boy's an orphan. Ray, don't do this. I didn't think he'd die. Why do you think I hired a scrub? I figured Tim's dad would pull the trigger and he'd be safe. Yeah, sure, I got someone cheap. So basically, here puts another piece of the puzzle together. It was Jean was the one that contacted Calculator, and Calculator was the one that gave Boomerang the job. Do you have any idea what you've done? Of course, I brought us back together, just like it used to be. What now, you're mad? Don't look at me like this, Ray. You should be thanking me. Oh, I get it. Now comes the condemnation. Please, Ray, you're not Bruce. What are you gonna do? Punch me in the jaw with the big knockout punch? Take me to the cops and lock me away? I'm your wife, Ray. You can't throw me in a cell and toss the key. Oh, really? Guess what? He sends her to Arkham Asylum. We'll determine the appropriate medication. That said, I can only imagine how difficult this is for you, Dr. Palmer. Dr. Palmer, are you okay? Yeah. Doctor, can you hold this for me? But, Dr. Palmer, the League, it says here they need you. No, they don't. Dr. Palmer, there's still paperwork. Where are you going? Take care of my wife. And Ray walks out of Arkham Asylum. He shrinks, and he starts crying. You still haven't heard from him? Not a word. Heard you've been putting the next few days aren't easy, and they're not supposed to be. But like I said, slowly, eventually, we all go on with our lives. Not because we're brave or noble. It's okay to be bothered by it, Clark. Microscopic, huh? No, it makes perfect sense. Ellen, will you please stop reading that nonsense? I told you we win. In the red and green, yes. Dad, it's Lorraine. Yeah, I know it's been a while. I just wanted to let you know I'm done. Yeah, I'm coming home. Tim, it's Dick. I know you're there. Come on, Tim. Pick up, please. I still can't believe she's gone. Talk to her. What? Listen to me. I know. Talk to her, Ralph. She can hear every word. Tim, pick up. Please, kiddo, pick up. I know you can hear me. Tim. Still no word from Ray? Carter's been trying Carter's been trying 3 times a day. I don't think he's gonna get a response. Ralph actually went to see her. I told him not to, but he needed closure. Dinah said she was so doped up, but she kept fiddling with her hospital bracelet, calling it a wedding band. I still can't believe how ruthless she was. That's the way they say. That's what they say, right? If you want a good enemy, choose a. If you want a good enemy, choose a friend. They know exactly where to strike. You're a real. You're a real. Oops. You're a real whack job, aren't you? Someone has to be. By the way, I was talking to Clark, and we were just, well, we were thinking. You weren't too busy or had some free time. Wally, how many times do I have to tell you? I'm a reserve member. There's no reason for me to rejoin the league, like you used to with Clark and Barry. Actually, we just wanted to know if you wanted to go to dinner sometime. Yeah, that'd be great. Really great. Great. You still creeped up out by us wiping Bruce's mind, aren't you? You shouldn't have. Don't judge, Wally. But you ruined it. Don't you understand? You ruined it. Yeah, I thought the same thing for years, but the league endures. That's what it's designed to do. The league always endures. Not if you. I'm not debating Wally. Not tonight. What about Bruce? You really think he still doesn't know? Remember what I said last week? That Clark hears what he wants to hear? Yeah. Bruce knows what he wants to know. And more than any of us, he also knows that you should never underestimate what someone will do for the people they love. And Bruce is at his parents' grave. Mom, Dad, please take care of Jack Drake and our friend Sue. You sure you're okay? Yeah, I think so. Maybe you should take some time off. Ma, you know I can't. That's not what I do. I know. You just said that so I put on the costume, didn't you? That's what mothers are for. You really do look handsome, though. I love you, Ma, no matter what. Exactly, Clark. No matter what. She doesn't even bother to raise her voice. She knows I hear every word. And now we're back at the JLA Watchtower for, Justice League meeting. So that's Adam and Firehawk off the reserves. Anyone else? When's the dinner with the JSA? Thanksgiving. I should mention the Titans want to do a training session together if anyone has time. Flash, can you read that up? Flash? Flash, did you hear what I... Is there a problem, Wally? Nothing. I was... Say what you're thinking. Nothing. I just... No problem at all. Sir, Clayface is... I got it, Alfred. Jean, I should go. I should too. The rings just said there's a bombing in. Meeting adjourned. And here's a little epilogue for the story. Just trying to see how long this is going to be. Are you nuts? I can't tell them that. Because he's... I don't know. Because he's Clark. Yeah, but that's just... You can't tell Superman his wife's a crappy cook. No, I know. Of course, it was still nice of them to invite us. I mean, to invite me. Tomorrow? I can't. Tomorrow I have dinner with Wally and Kyle. Yeah, they're good boys. Meanwhile, you gotta hear the story Ollie told me. No, just listen. There's this 90-year-old man named Benny who's on his deathbed, and next to him, holding his hand, as always, is his wife, Dottie. So Benny says, Dottie, we've been married for over 60 years. When I was drafted into the war, you were by my side. When we lost every penny in the stock market, you were by my side. And now here I am on my deathbed, and again, you're by my side. Dottie, my love, after all these years, I just want to tell you, you were Jinx. Pretty good, huh? Oh, please, you haven't heard that one before. How do I know? Because I'm your husband? That's... You have to go? No, don't worry. I'll speak to you later. No, I'm fine. Great, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Good night, Sue. I love you too. And like that, story's over. And what do you know? I make it before 8 o'clock. I'm surprised I got through this 7 parts of this story. And wow. But yeah, that's the end, folks. That is the end. Man, this story is one big roller coaster ride, and it's just so crazy. But man, I really don't understand what was going through Gene's brain. Like, you would do that to one of your best friends, kill his wife, just to get your husband to come back to you. I don't understand that. This just, it doesn't make any sense. This is crazy. This is really, really crazy. But hopefully, guys, did you enjoy the story? Because this was just it. The insane doesn't make sense. She should have never divorced her husband. Right? You're like, if you're gonna do that, you shouldn't just you should have never divorced with your husband. Like, I don't get it. Oh gosh, man, this is actually funny. The first time I read this story was last year during Thanksgiving, and this is my second time reading this story, and I was able to piece it all together easily because I know what happens. I don't know why people hate it. People hate this story? Are you kidding me? This is a great story. This is a great detective kind of story. It makes you try to put all the pieces together. You try to figure out, oh, who did it? Who did it? And it's the person that you least expect. It's one of their own. I would say this is like a big turnaround for the league. And what you know how Civil War tore the superhero community apart. Basically, this leading up to Infinite Crisis, this was like DC's Civil War. Like Batman being mind wiped, friendships were being broken, and then Batman had to take drastic measures to create the OMAC project, creating Brother Eye and saying, superheroes, are too dangerous. Everyone's too dangerous now. Superman, Black Lightning, Green Lantern, every superhero is too dangerous. People hate it because it's too dark. DC has been doing dark stories for a long time now, so why are they making such a huge fit that this story is too dark? The Killing Joke was a dark story. If people complain about that, gosh, man, that's insane. But, whew, my goodness, this story, man. So I bet you're wondering like what's gonna be for the next live read. Well, the next live read will be Forever Evil will be the next live read, since that will be Suicide Squad is crazy and people love that. Exactly. Come on. Sheesh. It's just, people have people have opinions, and I know not everything needs to be, well, people need to come to understanding not everything is happy go lucky. Cuz even back then, comic books way back in the day, back in like in the 60s, I would say. Yes, in the early 30s and 40s, there was some backlash to the Killing Joke because the crazy feminists say it's sexist. Well, Well, I guess everything has to be criticized nowadays. Am I right? Gosh. But anywho, I guess, and I'm not talking about I know, not the movie. I'm talking about the actual book, The Killing Joke. But sheesh. I guess when things are going to be created, there's going to be some positive reactions and there's going to be some negative reactions as well. I think it is people like to look they like to be nitpicky and find the one thing that they just find a problem with. Um, Batman, if you don't mind sharing, what did people find? What was so sexist about the Killing Joke? If you don't mind sharing, because that's crazy. I never knew people found the Killing Joke to be so sexist. But gosh, but yeah. So just to update, Forever Evil will be the next live read. Forever Evil is a great story because of Barbara becoming paralyzed. Really? That's the big problem? Because Barbara got paralyzed? Give me a break. All I can say is there's going to be negative reactions about everything, especially the society that we live in now. Like, everything is getting, backlash. People said they were sexist for torturing a woman. They didn't torture. Barbara wasn't the only one that was tortured in that story. Jim Gordon was tortured as well. He saw pictures of his daughter naked. It's I can go on and on about this, even though exactly Batman. Jim Gordon was tortured in that story way worse than Barbara was, way worse. But I can go on and on about this. But I guess we can, end it here. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. Who knows? I might even do just like, a little live stream about people getting their feels so easily nowadays is ridiculous. Yes, yes, yes. People get so broken about tiny little things. It's just a story, to be honest. It's just a story. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. Shout out to Layla, Batman, Caro, Jalen Glover, Dawn Breaker, and all the other people that came in today. I'm not sure when I'll do Forever Evil, and I do have some reviews coming in. Um, Wait, quick question on your thoughts on JLA number one. Gotta rewatch this. Okay, my thoughts on JLA, Justice League number one. It was good. Like Scott Snyder's, if you read the story, he has a really big love for the Justice League cartoon and Justice League Unlimited, which is perfect. I love that. And I love how the Legion of Doom is in there. The one thing that's bugging me though was, the whole meeting in that conference room that the league had about a meteor that was coming, a meteor that crashed on Earth, and the big plan. And also, I don't know how, but how did Lex just immediately? Lex was just good for a moment in Rebirth, and now he's back to being evil again. That's the only thing that bugs me. But overall, like Scott Snyder has the big nostalgia factor for the Justice League cartoon, especially the second page where they go in depth on the Hall of Justice. Yes, yes, the Hall of Justice is back. Martian Manhunter is back. It's everything that I wanted. It's pretty much once that series was announced and I saw the roster, I was like, "Yo, we got this roster is pretty much the Justice League cartoon." It was like, "Yo, this is awesome." I like Evil Lex too. I was a bit iffy with good Lex in Rebirth, but Evil Lex I don't have a problem with. I just find it weird that he was just good for a moment. Now he goes right back to being evil. Like what changed that? But other than that, I had no problem with it. But yeah, hopefully next week, not next week, sometime this week, I'll probably do a live read for Forever Evil, and I have a reviews coming in. I couldn't do without Cyborg and Aquaman, to be honest, but it's still amazing. Nah, having Aquaman around is perfect because I like to see the league have the big seven well, not the OG 7, because like I said, my favorite league lineup, the big three: Flash, Green Lantern, Aquaman, Martian Manhunter, and yeah, I'll settle the big three. I mean, the big three and those four. Now that you change the roster to, the big three: John Stewart, Barry Allen, Flash, Hawk Girl, that's even better. That's like a fanboy's dream come true. And I was, a bit, mad at that, Cyborg was a member of the league, but I got used to it. But to me, I say this a lot. Cyborg is more fit to be a Titan than a Justice Leaguer. Even though I loved Cyborg in the Justice League movie. Ray Fisher did an awesome job. Yes, I love it when it's the big 7. But I can go on and on about this. We could talk about this, at a later time. But thank you guys so much for being here. Stay tuned for more videos to come. Thanks for, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I am Vengeance. I am Darkness. I am Blackwing. Stay golden. Blackwing out.